9 arrests and charges of burglary and vandalism after these protesters break into Procter Gamble headquarters, placing a zip line and dropping 2 huge posters along the building.
We have team coverage of this incident and how it happened. So let's start with 9 on Your Side reporter Jay Warren. Jay?
Well, Greenpeace is in Cincinnati to protest what they say is Procter Gamble's use of the product palm oil. Palm oil is harvested in Indonesia, and Greenpeace says that the rainforests there are being deforested, causing a grave threat to endangered species. Daring, dangerous, and highly illegal, these activists rappelled down the outside of Procter & Gamble's world headquarters. The message: stop putting tiger survival on the line. Greenpeace asserts that the palm oil in Head & Shoulders and other products wipes out dandruff and rainforest.
85% of palm oil today is grown in Indonesia, and this palm oil production has been linked to the destruction of the habitat for the critically endangered Sumatran tiger and orangutan.
With someone dressed as a tiger on a zip line between the 2 towers, these activists gained quite a lot of attention, which, of course, was their primary purpose. The protest also gained quite a bit of attention from the Cincinnati Police Department. After these activists started pulling up the signs and coming up, they were immediately arrested.
Greenpeace has been talking to Procter & Gamble for several years, trying to convince them to buy a different kind of palm oil, the stuff that's not linked to rainforest destruction, but they're not listening. And we think that it's an urgent time. We should be able to wash away dandruff without wiping out tigers.
Now, when I asked questions about how these individuals actually pulled that off, if they knew, they were not talking. For more on other parts of this story, we go to my colleague Tom McKee, who's around the corner. Tom?
Well, Jay, all 9 of those suspects were brought here to Cincinnati Police headquarters on Ezra Charles Drive in the West End. As we've said, the charges are burglary and vandalism. The question that remains unanswered tonight, and one that everybody wants to know, is how did they do it? Well, it was just about 1 hour ago that Cincinnati police officers were seen loading what appeared to be technical climbing gear into the back of a pickup truck to be carted away from the loading dock at P&G on Sentinel Street. Ropes, helmets, and backpacks were clearly visible. A short time later, another door opened and a van with all 9 of those suspects inside backed away and headed over here to District 1.
They hung their banners, they were out, so they were trying to keep us from getting to them, so I'm not sure. Some things were destroyed in the process.
Such things as what?
Some windows and some locks, thus far as what I know, Tom.
Now, the burglary charge is for getting into the building without authorization. The vandalism charge, as you heard Sergeant Julian Johnson of the Cincinnati Police Department say, was for destroying that property. Nobody I talk with today can remember any kind of activism like this with banners being hung from buildings. I've seen parachutists jump over off the top of the Carew Tower, but nothing quite like this. Tom McKee, 9 on Your Side, live in the West End.
That's amazing. Thanks, Tom. P&G issued this statement about the protest. It says, "We agree that deforestation is a significant issue, which is why we are committed to the sustainable sourcing of palm oil. We have already pledged to reach 100% sustainable sourcing of palm oil by 2015, and we will continue to drive to that goal with urgency." As soon as this happened, the stunt lit up Twitter. These pictures were taken by the protesters with Greenpeace. In the meantime, Greenpeace has dedicated its entire website to talking about P&G. We'll have continuing coverage on this incident throughout the newscast as well as on WCPO.com. And coming up at 5.